back to another video where today we were doing another mod video for the old Frontier. And in today's video, we are going to be installing 2 side steps. I know what you might be saying. The truck, it's already low enough as it is. It doesn't really need steps on it because it's still low to the ground and look how much taller I am than it. But in order to actually prep it for the lift kit whenever we get it actually in the mail, we do need something to actually get into the car with. So that's why I went ahead. I bought 2 single side steps, and honestly, I don't think it'll look that bad. So if anyway, let's get into the video. To get started, of course, we're going to need a few things. First thing being our steps, drill bits and drill, tape measure to make sure everything is actually even and actually lined up. Of course, our bolts and our little guards, depending on what type of truck we have. But not least, our marker. Some key things about this actual install is that most people, how they do it, is they will open their door and they will line everything up with the actual end of the seat here. So let's go ahead and do that. What they normally do is they take their first step, they line up the center right here, again with the seat, and line it up like that. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually going to want to do is I need to mark exactly where I'm going to be putting the steps. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my step, I'm going to line it up on here, and I'm going to mark an exact point of where these are. That's just to get at least a rough draft of exactly how far and where they're going to be actually drilled into the truck. Okay, so one drill goes right there. Normally this would be a lot easier with 2 people, but of course, I am only one man. So this is going to be a little bit difficult here, but I think we can get it. Got it. Okay, so now hopefully those should actually line up. So let me bring you guys back up here and see if these actually line up. Ah, fucking perfect. Hell yeah. So all I got to do is actually just make that hole bigger along with that hole bigger. And after that, we should be able to get the first step on. At least on one side, as we can finish the other side after. And just like that, we actually get a little glimpse of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and actually shut my door. I'm going to see how it looks from a distance, just to at least see if it at least looks right. It actually doesn't even look that bad. I'm going to be completely honest here. Even though it does kind of sit low, it does not look bad at all. I think once the truck is lifted, I think it will look a lot better. Well, as you can see, the steps are actually on the truck now, but it's been about 24 hours since I actually had the steps on the truck, and if I'm going to be completely honest here, it doesn't look good at all. I don't like it. At first it looked good, it really did, but after actually just stopping by and actually looking at it, it's not good at all. It really, really sucks. But it is a cheap pair of steps, so that's kind of what I deserve, but I don't like it. So, in my opinion, really, I think the truck just needs longer steps. I don't think it needs these short, tiny 1-foot steps because either one, it makes it feel way too boxy due to the bars here and there. So, other than that, not too bad. It just does not look right on this one. What I do actually know about it is that a lot of people I've seen that with these actual steps don't normally actually have issues with it. Honestly, I don't think the install went too well. That's probably why I don't like them. But at the same time, it just doesn't look right on this car. It just looks way, way too short, and that is just what I don't like. I feel like what this needs to actually be is just all the way out and about, either to the end of the actual cab here, because even though it's not a crew cab and it's only just a regular king cab, and I don't have those 2 other doors, it still doesn't look right. It just seems way too small compared to everything else. And I think the only way to actually make it look good is actually having that strip. One thing I will say about the steps though is that they actually don't feel that actual like good quality with them at all. I mean, it is cheap steps, that's probably why it is how it is, but at the same time, they don't feel right at all. They just feel like they're gonna break if you just step on them wrong. But I don't know, I just don't think it looks right at all. If I'm gonna be 100% honest here, this is probably the worst mod I've ever done to my truck. Mainly in terms of looks. The quality, it's not too bad. It's definitely doable and it's definitely pass-buyable, if you know what I mean. You could definitely rock these and actually go out, because I've seen a lot of F-150s or Ram 1500s that rock these steps here. But honestly, in the Frontier, it's just not right. So, the only thing I'm gonna say is this. Well, that's gonna have to do it for the video today. Definitely the worst mod. Definitely the worst one. I know this is kind of random to throw a video out like this and then say it's the worst one I've ever done. But I do have other plans for the truck. I'm planning on getting a toolbox for the bed, so that could be a good little mod video for it. Once I get the lift kit and the bigger tires and rims, I think it'll look a lot better. And then I have to look into getting a brand new step, because if I get one right now, it's not going to look right at all. Not in my opinion. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy it. Very sorry that it didn't come out how it's supposed to, but I'll see you guys later.